Shanti. Welcome to Divine Light. Sir, in our last video, you said that there are biochemical reactions happening in the human body while practicing meditation. Would you please highlight the same?
Om Santi.
Om Shanti.
Jai Sri Krishna. Yes, there are lots of benefits of meditation, and we discussed this thing last time. And I told you that whenever, or I will find some time so that we can discuss some of the things based on the chemical reaction or biochemical effects of meditation in the human body. So first of all, let me let you know the brief highlight what I'm going to talk to you about meditation today. So meditation is an activity that can help reduce stress and anxiety from daily life, as well as help cultivate overall feelings of peacefulness, relaxation, and contentment. It describes several studies. There are several studies that have been used to access how the meditation can influence the body at the molecular level, and that's what we are going to discuss today. And these some of the results, if you find some literature, some experiments have been done in the same direction. So if you look at that one, so they focus on some molecules metabolism, which are broadly defined as a naturally production molecules that weight less than extremely small weight. It says in terms of some biochemical words, it is say 1000 Da. The results show that the meditation can significantly affect the hormones and the neurotransmitters such as the cortisol. Please now try to pick up these words cortisols, then dehydroepiandrosterone, then serotonin, then melatonin and epinephrine. There are two types of hormones, epinephrine and non-epinephrine in that particular category. So we are going to discuss few of them today and how it affects in our body, in our mind. Some common and modern experiment techniques that are relevant to these studies are we are going to discuss today. Yeah, and the understanding the molecular level effect of meditation can provide a more detailed understanding of its psychological effect, because many of the affected molecules are known to be linked to change in stress response and mood. So many times I told you that meditation changes your mood, changes your, I mean to say, lower down your stress level, how it works in our body in a biochemical way. That's what we are going to discuss. So for that, we have to first understand the hormones we have just talked about. So I just would like to give you a brief idea about these hormones, and then after we are going to discuss about how it works, how it actually, the process is there in our body, in the human body. So it is something like that. The meditation is known for its ability to help relax and distress the mind and the body. And while there are many difficult approaches to meditation, including the transcendental meditation, then Buddha's meditation, that's what we have been practicing. I'm a big fan of Buddha's meditation. Anyway, then mindfulness-based stress reduction, progressive muscles relaxation, and the multiple type of yoga. Yes, yoga is also a type of meditation. Yoga also reduces your stress level. We will discuss that thing too. And some common core ideas and include focusing on the present moment, being aware of oneself and one's surroundings, clearing one's mind from distraction, and purposefully controlling one's breath and physical movements. I do believe with the physical movements, but usually I don't practice this to control the breathings, because Buddha's meditation says that don't control breathing, just try to watch it. Be equanimous. Just try to watch it. Just try to observe it. Whatever is feeling over there in your triangular region of the nose, just try to watch it. But different meditation techniques are there. One of them is like this, that they just try to control one's breath and physical movements. We don't do that thing. Anyway, different techniques are there. As an example of common practice, a typical transcendental meditator would spend at least, I would say, 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day a day I would say in the morning and again in the evening. Seated with the eyes closed and mentally focusing on a silently repeated word or phrase to calm the mind and reduce the mental distraction. So that is the main thing. Yes, half an hour in the morning and the evening, that will give you a fantastic result if you can continuously practicing the meditation at least for 3 months. Yet it requires at least 90 days to get some result. It is not the immediate effect. It will take some time. It's a very slow process, but a concrete process. Practicing meditation can promote psychological response in the body, such as decrease the blood pressure and reduce the breathing rate. Yep. Pioneer work based on this one that says the effect as the relaxation response. This type of things that is called the relaxation response, which is produced by the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. Meditation directly affects on your nervous system. The relaxation response is opposite to the more commonly known that is called fight or flight response. Yes, fight or flight response, that is very common for those who are practicing meditation, those are involved in the depth of meditation biochemical way, which is produced by the activation of the sympathetic nervous system. So that is just the overview of this meditation. So how analytically it works on our body, that's what we are going to discuss now. So analytically representation, I would say it is something like that, that experimental techniques for analyzing concentration of biological chemical involve two general stages. We are going to discuss two general stages. The first one is first acquiring a biological sample from the subject and then measuring the concentration of a molecule of interest. Some compounds can be measured from saliva. Some people say saliva or urine samples, which are relatively simple to acquire. However, other compounds are best measured from the blood serum or plasma samples. Whatever the experiments have been done since last, I would say 20 years, that was based on mainly these two experiments. Some metabolism can be qualified by simple gas chromatography or high pressure liquid chromatography. But in many cases, more complex assays are required. So we just try to ignore that part, more complex part. And the second part, I would like to just give you the highlight of the second part. The second useful technique in the analyze or enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Some people say ELIS, ELIS as a short form, that is called immunolink. I mean say enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, which is also uses immobilized antibodies to bind the isolated metabolite. Anyway, so these two techniques are there. We are not concerned about it. Whatever techniques one is using, we are not concerned about it. We are concerned about how the biochemical effects is being produced over there in our mind while practicing the meditation. Regardless of which biochemical or biochemistry technique is used, the details of the experiment produces that relate to the human subjects must also be carefully planned. Many metabolites undergo natural changes in concentration throughout the day, and others are affected by eating particular food. Food makes a big difference if you are a big fan of meditation, if you are practicing meditation regularly, because food has direct effect on your breathings. If you are taking some spicy, heavy food, at that time your breathing system will be automatically disturbed. If you are taking very light, not non-spicy vegetarian food, at that time your breathing will be very smooth. We never realize this thing because we have not focused on it. But if you practice meditation, the day will come after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, the day will come, you will realize this thing, that food makes a big difference. Anyway, that is one of them. I'm sorry. So many metabolites undergo natural changes in concentration throughout the day, and others are affected by eating particular food, as I told you. Then smoking Yeah, if you smoke, your rhythm is different. It won't help you. It, it will give you a down level. Don't do that thing. Just avoid it. Smoking or other daily activities. Age and gender can also significantly affect some metabolites. Yes, if you are above 60, you will face some problem because body doesn't support at the same time whatever we require. Yeah, so that's why meditation should be started at a young age. I would say whenever you have enough maturity to do the meditation, understand the concept of meditation, the benefits of meditation, start it to practice meditation. Because we are taking the benefits of meditation at the age of 60 or above 60, almost your life has passed. So you are not going to take the maximum benefits of meditation, what we are supposed to. So that's why I would suggest everyone to start meditation at the age of around 25, or I would say 20 is better, 20, 25. And that's why usually in my class, because as you know, I'm a professor, so I always say my students to practice meditation. We spend some time in the class for the meditation. Just to let you know, because I'm doing that thing, and that's why I think I can advise you in the same direction. And I've been doing this thing since last 20 years. When I was in India at the same time too, I did the same thing with my students over there in India. We did meditation so many times in the class for a long period of time. Yeah. Anyway, so age gender can also significantly affect some metabolism. That's fine. So now I would like to let you know about the main concept of today's talk, that is the metabolites and biomarkers. Means biomarkers, I would say. Why? Because this biochemical effect, how it affects the metabolism of the human body. That's what I would like to let you know. Amongst the metabolites affected by meditation, the hormone, first of all, now we are going to discuss different hormones. The first hormone, you know, I gave you 5-6 hormones in the beginning. The first hormone I'm going to take right now, that is the cortisol. Biggest hormone, very big impact in the human body. So that is called cortisol, Cortisol. If you type this one in Google, you're going to get lots of things about it. It's perhaps the best studied. Physical and psychological stress cause the body to increase its cortisol level. Cortisol molecules travel throughout the body to activate various biological responses intended to improve the body's short-term performance in stressful situation, which is often called the fight or flight response. As just before 5 minutes I told you the same thing, fight or flight response. Biological effects of increased cortisol include increased blood pressure. Now look at over here, the biological effects of increased cortisol, that increase of blood pressure, then the blood sugar level and metabolism. Cortisol increase means your blood sugar is increasing, your metabolism are increasing, your blood pressure is increasing. Yes, which provides an extra boost of energy and suppression of the immune system. To divert energy towards the more immediate need, chronic stress and long-term elevation of cortisol. We're talking about cortisol hormone right now. So cortisol cause the body to remain in this activated state and are associated with numerous diseases, as we explained. Thus, cortisol is generally considered a biochemical indicator of stress and a risk factor for associated medical conditions. So that's why one has to reduce the level of cortisol in the human body. And there is no any other. Yeah, if you say that I would like to take some medicines and try to reduce that one, that's not going to happen. That will give you just immediate effect, but not permanent effect. And you are going to get some side effects of that medicine too. So ultimately, you are going to destroy your body. Don't do that thing. Meditation, that's the only way out. I think one doctor, I think he studied this thing, the average plasma concentration of the cortisol in a group of 15 or 20 guys. And it was found that it is decreased by a statistical significant, our pH level, that P is less than 0.01. Those who are in the field of chemistry or biology, or I would say medical science, they know these things, pH level and all these things. So pH level, that is P, is reduced by 0.01, and there is 27% of this cortisol that was reduced just by the 30 minutes meditation in the morning and the evening. Practical approach. Medically, it has been proved. In contrast, the group of 20 controlled subjects untrained in meditation who were simply allowed to rest instead of meditating did not show this significant effect. See, this is the proof. Anyway, in another study which I went through, that was reported that after 6 weeks training period of Buddha's meditation. See, 6 weeks means almost 1.5 months. This is 6 weeks. But again, I'm telling you, don't leave it once you start it, and once you are committed, don't leave it at least for 3 to 4 months, and then after you will never leave it, because then after you will start getting the benefits. So don't do that thing. Just commit it to yourself. Yeah. So 6 weeks training period in the Buddha's meditation, and meditating immediately prior to testing. A group of 20 boys at the age between 20 to 25 years showed an average of 24% reduction. Again, P is strictly less than 0.01, just like the previous case, in serum cortisol level compared to their level before the training began. A control group of these 25 boys who stayed home on vacation instead of being trained showed no significant change in cortisol. So cortisol that was reduced by the meditation drastically. In one case, it was 27%, Buddha's meditation 24%. It just depends on how you meditate, how long you meditate, evening and morning. Together, these results not only suggest that meditation can help reduce stress by lowering cortisol levels, but also that successful meditation is more than simply resting the body and is a mental skill that can be learned and improved through the practice. See, meditation, that means you are resting your mind. So many times I said that resting, just go to sleep and rest your body. That's not only the resting. Meditating, if you are meditating only 1 hour instead of sleeping for 6 hours, they are equal. Meditating of 1 hour, that is equivalent to take rest on a bed for 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours. That has also been proved in medical science. Anyway, guys, so let's continue. I have to say lots of things to you, but because of the limitation of time, I think I need to conclude. I mean to say restrict myself up to certain level. So let me just go through the second hormone. Now I'm going to talk about the second hormone, that is called the melatonin. The hormone melatonin plays an important role in regulating the sleep-waking cycle. Your sleep-waking cycle, that means how long you sleep every day. 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, different person has different cycle. And that sleep-waking cycle that is caused because of this melatonin, and this melatonin that is increased in the time of evening and late night. And that's why those who are feeling sleeping problem at that time, doctor advised not to take any kind of stimulator after 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. like this, because that is the time after 4 or 5 p.m. that melatonin hormone gets increased in every human body till late night, and after when you go to sleep at that time, the level is really very high, and that caused your sleep. That's the main reason of your sleep. If your body doesn't produce enough melatonin, in that case, you will not feel good sleep at night, and you are just moving on the bed. So that is the main reason. So one has to understand that criteria too. So let me start again. The hormone melatonin plays an important role in regulating sleep awakening cycle. Melatonin levels increased in the evening, night, and it's synthesized from the serotonin. This melatonin that is synthesized by the serotonin, another subhormone of melatonin, you can say. Interestingly, the biosynthesis of melatonin is inhibited by strong light, presumably to help match the sleeping waking cycle with the natural day-night cycle. In addition to promoting sleep, melatonin's biological effect include depression of the central nervous system. This melatonin that effect that attacks on the central nervous system, reduction of pain sensitivity. Look at here, upregulation of the immune system, and the promotion of the general feeling of happiness. These are the main benefits if you increase the melatonin hormone in your body by meditation at night in the evening time, at least for 20 to 30 minutes. Melatonin has also been shown to suppress the growth of some types of cancer. So if you don't increase that level, in that case, you may cause some cancer in future. So lots of, we talk about the blood pressure, then blood sugar, cancer. These are just few of them. Few of them, I would say just nothing. But ultimately, lots of benefits, lots of things are happening in the body at the time of meditation. In somebody, I think, I forgot that name of that biochemist, but he said that that work has been reported that after the performing transcendental meditation for 6 minutes, or sorry, 30 to 60 minutes in the late evening, start with 20 minutes and you can go up to 30 minutes. 30 minutes is good. Late evening means where before you go to bed, you can practice the same meditation. A group of 10 meditators showed an average plasma concentration of melatonin hormone that was 22% higher, but your P is still less than 0.01. That level has to be maintained. So 22% higher than was observed in the same subjects on the different nights after they sat quietly without meditating. Look at here, without meditating. Anyway, also it has been noted that ambient lighting levels were maintained substantially below the intensities that are known to influence melatonic production. And the results of experiments suggest that the meditating before going to sleep may help the body transition into sleep and enhance the main known benefits of sleeping well. Now let's try to move to another hormone, and that hormone I would say that is epinephrine. I told you in the beginning that we are going to talk about two types of epinephrine hormone. One is epinephrine, another is non-epinephrine. So epinephrine, that is also called the adrenaline, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm not, this is not my subject. I'm just trying to read the things and try to get the knowledge. But there is sometimes in some of the books, it is known as the adrenaline too. Adrenaline, yeah, adrenaline, that is, I think, very famous word in medical science. But I would suggest, I would speak the epinephrine. So epinephrine and non-epinephrine are two related hormones that are associated with the biological responses to fear and physical exertion. The molecule temporarily, these molecules temporarily produced high levels of alertness, which could help a person survive a dangerous situation. Epinephrine increases heart rate, respiratory rate, blood pressure, and metabolism. Non-epinephrine increases heart rate, serves as a neurotransmitter in areas of the brain associated with the alertness, and in the biological procedures, you can say, or precursors for the synthesis of epinephrine. In one of the experiments, we have compared actually the plasma concentration of the epinephrine and non-epinephrine of almost 20 regular practitioners of transcendental meditation. Now we are talking about the transcendental meditation. See, I'm talking about different hormones with different types of meditations. So that probably you will have some better idea. So transcendental meditation versus that 15 to 20, I would say, healthy control subjects. The concentration of the epinephrine and norepinephrine in the meditators were approximately 30% lower and 40% lower, respectively, than those in the control subjects. Epinephrine and non-epinephrine levels can also be measured by measuring urine concentration of some acids. In medical science, it is called VMA, vinyl mandelic acid, something like that. VMA, which is a metabolic product of each. So this is all about the molecule level procedure happening in the body in terms of biochemical effect. And now I would just like to let you know the main cause or main effect, main theme of this talk, that is the connecting to our peace of mind. During the meditation, the body switches from the glucose metabolism to fatty acid metabolism, and that the altered concentration of product molecules being produced may lead to increased production of gamma aminobutyric acid, that is called GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA. Gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA, GABA, that's a short form, very well known form, in the brain. And that acid is always there in the brain. And inhibitory neurotransmitters and its increase can relax the mind. So increase of this GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid, increasing of this one that relax the mind. Meditation increases this level. Meditation increases the level of GABA acid. The researchers used transcendental magnetic stimulation to analyze brain activity before and after the 20 to 25 minutes of meditation session, morning and the night or late evening. Group of 35 people who meditated saw 10% increase. At that time, your P equal to 0.02. In average, cortical silent period, which is a measurement used to evaluate overall nutrient inhibition caused by GABA activated pathways. So these are this way it is benefited in our brain system, GABA acid production that is increased due to the meditation, and that is the main acid which gives you the mental peace, mental relief. That means mental stress. You will be away from the stress. The control. Now let's talk about a control group of some people. I would say 10 to 15 people who watched television instead of meditating showed no change in their average cortical silent period. So that was GABA effect, GABA acid that was increased in the group, those who are practicing meditation, and the level was exactly same. There was no increment in the acid, those who were not practicing meditation at the same time, same situation. Yep. So this GABA level, which is relevant to meditation because the similarities between the mental relaxation achieved through yoga and through meditation are well known. Some psychological responses produced by fasting are also similar to those produced by meditation. Usually people don't believe in fasting, and I don't recommend to go for blind fasting. I mean to say you're just fasting without any sense. No, if you can do it, okay, go for a fasting just once in a week, or if it is not possible for you, once in couple weeks, and you can have some light food in the morning or in the evening, but just avoid the food either in the morning or in the evening. You are allowed to take some light food, and there is also vegetarian food, only fruits, either in the morning or the evening, just one day in every couple of weeks or in a week. That will boost up your meditation power, your breathing system. You will realize the actual notion of your breathing system. Fasting makes a big difference. Yeah, I don't want to divert myself right now, but that's another cause of improving the meditation. Fasting are also similar to those produced by the meditation, and it is noted that the fasting also produces shift away from glucose and towards fatty acid as the primary energy source. Thus, it is possible that during meditation, it is the combination of reduced muscle activity and reduced mental activity that causes a reduced energy demand that enables the biological shift away from glucose-based metabolism and towards a more restorative body state. So that's what I wanted to let you know. It is exactly 30 minutes, so I would like to conclude now. So let's go for the conclusion because I don't want to create a big video so that I don't want to bore the people. I just would like to convey the things or would like to transmit the thoughts what I gain because of these readings and the meditation. The mind has an incredible amount of control over the body. Always keep in mind this thing. Beyond conscious movements of skeletal muscles, a person's mental state can influence subconscious body functions such as heart rate, blood pressure, and even the production of biochemical molecules. A substantial amount of scientific research has shown that meditation can influence the biological concentration of a number of human hormones and neurotransmitters, many of which are known to be linked to biological control of stress and mood. It can change your mood. These findings correlate well with the well-known positive influences of meditation on relaxation and contentment. Interestingly, many of the biochemical pathways that can be affected by meditation have also served as the biological targets of medical group developed to treat a variety of mental and physical symptoms. So I think whatever I wanted to convey you guys, let me conclude over here. If you like this video, I would request you guys to subscribe this video, and you will find on your right upper side a bell icon. So just please try to press this bell icon too. So whenever we are going to upload any new video, probably you will get the notification. So this is just the request. If you like it, only then you can subscribe this one. I don't want anybody just to do it randomly. Just if you like it, then I think it would be better for you as well as me too. Thank you so much for this one. And I think let me conclude over here. Thanks for your time to go through this video. Thank you guys. Om Shanti. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.